Hello, everyone. To welcome back to Pictures of Horror 2, Cinemastein's Revenge. That's right. Yeah, I am back once again. Sorry for the long delay, but I am here now and I am ready. So, first off, before we actually even get into the actual review itself, just a quick little heads up. Originally, Silver Screen Slash was supposed to be here, but unfortunately he couldn't make it, which is sad. And also, one quick little thing as well, what we've been doing lately, me, Spike, and Silver, we've done a theme month to Mad Max not too long ago, so keep going and check that out, and a Batman theme month as well. So for all of you who missed that, go ahead and watch those now. They're pretty dang good. Anyway, today we'll be kicking off Pictures of Horror 2 with the original 1973 classic, The Exorcist. Joining me for this review, of course I should say only for tonight, good friend Spike Greene from the Film Geek Collective.
Hello! Yes, George, aka Spike Greene from the Film Geek Collective. Yes, very excited to get into this because I really think it's a classic of the genre. And before we go any further, there's going to be language and there's going to be spoilers.
Yeah, actually, also quick little warning, as you said before, this review will contain, and even just the movie itself, contain inappropriate language, disturbing imagery, and, well, yeah, pretty dark themes. Anyway, for all of you guys who love the original Exorcist, please, or even just want to hear what this film's all about, please sit back and relax and enjoy. First off, before we start talking about the main plot, I want to talk about actually Exorcist dark production or making of the film. Back when this film was still in production, first I would say, fortunately, as they were filming the movie, it had to be shut down had to be postponed for a while because most of the sets caught on fire, and the only one that's literally still stands today is Reagan's room. Second, during post-production of the film, two of the actors who actually died in the movie actually died in real life.
Oh.
Yeah. After that, as well, after the film was released, many death threats came to Linda Blair for some reason, but her mother always kind of protected her from those people who hated sending death threats. And last but not least, this film was so. This is how the many opinions that people had on it when they saw it. They said it was the most horrible, most terrifying, and most sickening film they've ever seen. And some people, obviously, or I should say, a lot of people also loved it. This film, by the way, is also so dark and scary that some people even considered this film to be cursed. And that, without a doubt, enjoy we now go into the main plot, The Exorcist. Spike, would you maybe like to start now explaining a bit of the plot?
Well, okay, so we all know what the plot's about, but I will say that I really admire the way this film has a 30-40 minute build-up, depending on the cut you watch. The director's cut has the you have to wait until 40 minutes for things to really happen in terms of horror. Like, not for things to happen. I mean, you have the background with they're in another country and all that and stuff, and you get the background, you get the mother-daughter dynamic before you go into the thing, because I feel like that makes you care more than if you just got thrown straight into the horror. If this was a 90-minute film where you were thrown straight into the horror, it would be less effective, you know?
Yeah, this film as well has a really good way of somehow, even just by its production design and backgrounds and environments and everything around in each location, you always feel something very scary about it. Like there's always something very chilling and haunting about it. And just the way it's shot, and even sometimes with its great music score, really helps set the tone for what this film's going to be.
In fact, it's funny about the musical score that Mike Oldfield, who wrote it, he wrote Tubular Bells, the tune in the film. I can't say because copyright, but basically, he actually decided that the film was too scary for him, so he composed that thing for it. But then he was like, "Well, the film's too scary for me. I'm not going to watch it." Fair enough.
Yep. So yeah, just real quickly as well, just to explain still the plot. Plot's pretty much about a sweet girl named by the name of Reagan, played by, of course, the great Linda Blair, um, who mistakenly and for some reason pulls out an Ouija board and plays with it when she's not supposed to. So but then very slowly throughout the film, she slowly starts to change. She slowly starts to become more aggressive, more violent, and just more unstable. She's just been taken over by this entity or this evil spirit inside of her. That's one of the few strongest things to me, in my opinion, as well. What I find so great about Linda Blair's performance in this, especially I believe this was her first movie or one of her first,
Mm.
she really does do a really dang good job and really does execute it even because no offense to most child actors, but as I said before a while back, one of our Terminator or RoboCop reviews, not many child actors did unfortunately well even when they was just still getting started. But for Linda Blair, wow, she pulls it off. I mean, she is terrifying. And what also makes this so scary is that she cannot control her actions when she is possessed. Like the demon even is just physically, and she has to be physically tortured and and hurt and even physically even hurt people like her mother and the doctors who are trying to help her and everyone just around her. I mean, it's terrifying. Even just the way it's filmed and the way it's done, it's just so real.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Like even the way that I was saying, because the setup, Linda Blair plays it brilliantly in terms of she's just such, she's a normal girl. She's established as a normal girl, like I said, and then she plays that really well. And then when she has to, like, the demonic voice is actually an older woman who, after production fell out with William Friedkin, and she chain smoked and ate raw eggs. The other actress, I actually forget her name right now, but she was the voice of the demon, and basically, Linda Blair was saying it on set, but then they put in later the voice, like, just to quote a line from the film, you know, your mother sucks cocks in hell, Karis, you faithless slime. Oh, my voice broke doing that, but you get the idea.
Mm. Yeah. Also, do you know what I find also so impressive about her, about this performance as well? Linda Blair pretty much has to play two characters in this film in some sort of way. Of course, in the first few minutes, she plays this sweet, kind, beautiful, innocent, playful, and just cheerful and just a nice girl in general. And then later on, of course, she becomes more aggressive and more mean, and even starts to swear and just more aggressive. And and she pulls it off. Well, oh gosh, I tell you, she's amazing. She did it. She knocked it out of the park.
Oh yeah.
Um, Also, the next character I want to get to is the demon itself. Of course, first off is that voice. That voice actor. Oh my god, she pulled it off. I mean, she is so good at making it sound terrifying and real and just so inhuman. Another thing that I like about this demon is that you don't really physically see him. You see him, although you do kind of see him, but just quick flashes of him, like every now and then. But still, you always get the sense that even when you don't see him, he's in there. You just can't see him, but he's there,
And
lurking somewhere in the dark.
and what's imagined is scarier than anything you can see. I mean, you can see the most terrifying shit possible, but you can imagine worse than you can see. And I feel like not seeing the demon really plays into that.
Sometimes not being able to see what's trying to kill you is more scarier.
And even a horrific thing that has happened, like there's a particular example in the film Mad Max from 1979. Um, uh, I'm not going to say too much to not spoil that film, but there's a sheet lifted up, and you perfectly get the idea what's under that sheet. I'm not going to say what to avoid spoiling that plot, but yeah, something like
And the
that.
warning is all about Linda Blair, or really I should say the, demon actress, right? Warning though, yes, as I said before, they that one she does swear a lot, and also Linda Blair as the possessed Reagan does some pretty dang inappropriate things. I don't want to say because still I'm worried about possibly, I don't know, being blamed for it or whatever. So all I can say is when you see this film, yeah, be prepared.
Well, this is a spoiler review after all. We have to cover things. Well, yes. But I'm not going to mention specifics, but yeah, we all know this. We all know that particular scene with the crucifix. We all know that, and that was just even today that like the film's controversy has a real staying power to it because what you see in that scene, like there's been like very little done like that before or since, and it's shocking. It's maybe like not even maybe. I think it was almost immoral to put a child actor in a situation like that, even if it was just pretend, because it just felt like it felt wrong to make her do that for the film. You know?
Also,
I'm concerned.
what I also find so incredible is that um, Reagan is literally trapped within inside this evil spirit or this demon, and that's what also makes these two characters I feel like even so well connected and so well done. And what's another?
I think
Oh yeah,
that's
that's right. I feel like the lighting is just really well done as well. Especially one of my favorite scenes is where the demon is on his knees and he's kind of reaching for the light or whatever, and you see that statue thing from the first few minutes in the background. Just wow, what a haunting but at the same time beautiful shot. I
do you
must say the cinematography is even well done as well.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. Do you mean like in the church with the statue that's been defiled with the penis?
No, no, no. This one's near the last few minutes.
Oh, of course, yes. Mm.
Speaking of, just real quickly as well, another warning why you guys should not watch this, at least if you don't like really horrible things. One of the priests, of course, by accident, they do this for a reason, but you'll see why, obviously. But I believe even twice in the film, Reagan gets slapped in the face.
I think
You know, because you see the problem with this, a young, girl. She
yes.
looks at least about 13 years old, or even 12, maybe, or something like that. And it's just the last few minutes. All I can quickly say is just to sum it up. One of the priests makes the ultimate sacrifice and tells the demon to go inside me. He jumps out the window and kills himself, and also crashes down a whole bunch of concrete stairs and dies. Oh, and the other priest, I might quickly tell you as well that we actually don't know how he died. Could and that's always one of the few mysteries I've always wondered. Did the demon physically kill him? Did she possibly put some curse inside of him? We don't know.
I mean, one fell down the stairs and then one got to live at the end. I mean, he was walking away, right? Pretty sure it was.
No, the elderly one.
Oh yeah.
One
I
more
do
quick
find it
thing.
quite interesting the character arc that the younger priest has, the one who's struggling with his faith. I always thought that was a good thing, and also that he talks about a lot of movies with one of the older priests. I always loved that about it. Like it's a bit of almost not quite levity because that would imply, a lighter tone or comedy or whatever. But okay, maybe levity actually because it's a bit lighter than Reagan thrashing around and all that.
Speaking of, the two other strongest characters I must say in this film is that younger priest guy. Even especially all the scenes with his mother, I think are perfect. And you just feel so sorry for him because he really does look like he has a hard life, especially living in a pretty crappy part of town.
And not enough horror filmmakers make it a priority for their characters to be cared for before anything happens. Like The Exorcist pulls stuff.
Unfortunately, mostly nowadays, yeah, these characters now are just done, unfortunately, not very well nowadays. Unfortunately.
Mm.
One last thing is that I also love in this film is Reagan's mother. I feel so sorry for her because she literally tries everything she can just to find anyone she can just to help Reagan and get her back to normal. And you can just feel how much love and just wanting Reagan, how much she wants Reagan back and back to normal. She just wants her daughter back, and especially when doctors say, your daughter's unstable or crazy or whatever, she doesn't believe it. She doesn't take any of it. She knows what's really going on, and you can just feel her stress.
Oh yeah, I think that
Oh yeah.
I think I heard somewhere that parents. Well, once parents become parents, they become more sensitive to any thought of losing a child, let alone their own child. And so, for any parents watching The Exorcist, I felt like they would have felt like just like the mother in the position, like what's happening to the daughter? Like it's clearly in the supernatural realm, but at the same time, it's like, well, what if something like this were to happen with a natural equivalent? Like I would be so worried. I would be so worried for, like, if I had a kid one day, I would be so worried if they were put in this position, just not knowing what you can do to help, not knowing what she can do to survive, not knowing if she's even in there in terms of has the demon taken over her.
Absolutely. Anyway, I won't admit, that's really all me and Spike could say about the film. All I can say is from my last few thoughts on it, the lighting is great, the cinematography is great, the story is great, the acting is great, the characters are well done. Just the environments and the music score and just everything about this film, just I love it. And this film to me is such a masterpiece that I'm gonna rank it a 10 out of 10. What do you think, Spike?
At the time I first saw it, it actually scared me, and that's no mean feat. And so basically, I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10, just like you.
Well, and thank you for tuning in, you guys, for our first episode of Picture House of Horror, and we'll see you later. Bye.
I